map this time. It says, follow this here map. So it looks like it leads to some other place. I don't know. Let me put on my shoes and then we'll go look where it is. Aha! A basket. So, looks like we're supposed to look inside the basket. So, it's another puzzle. On this one, there's two things, but this one is a puzzle. So, it looks like it has a crayon. No, can't be a crayon because it has a lid. So, a marker minus the is mark. So, it must be a scripture. Like a mark. Let's see what it is. Mark 6 times 2. Well, that's 12. And then verses 30 and 31. So it's Mark 12, 30, and 31. All right. We'll do that when we get back to the house. Now, must be like a note of some sort or something. It looks like it's another puzzle. Wow, there's a lot of puzzles. Looks like it's Jesus teaching. So Jesus teaching fruit cows. What? Fruit cows? No, that's a pear specifically. Let's be more specific. Jesus teaching pear cows. No. Well, that could be lunch. So lunch, and those could be bulls. Lunchables! Yay! We're getting lunchables! Oh, wait, no, that can't be it. No Lunchables. Jesus taught parables. Parables! Those are like short stories about the Bible. All right, let's go read some. Well, looks like I overlooked it's a penny. I don't know what the smallest coin would have to do with Bible stories or parables, but I guess we'll find out when we read some of them. Hi guys, so we came back and we're going to recap of what we found. We had our map that took us to our neighbor's house. And we have this penny, which we don't really know what that would have to do with parables that Jesus taught, which was one of our messages. We also have a heart with a message on the back that spells out a scripture reference. So I flipped to the scripture reference and I'll read it to y'all guys. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second most important is this: you must love your neighbor as yourself. Well, now that makes sense because this is love, and the map took me to my neighbor's house, so loving my neighbor would be the perfect thing. Now, I understand that part, but still, what does a penny have to do? And what is Jesus' parables? What did that have to do? Well, I think we're going to have to turn to the wisdom of a Sunday school teacher.
So today we found more clues. Today's clues were a map that Asher had to follow, and it took him to his neighbor's house. And while he was there, he found a heart with a scripture reference on it. He found a penny, and he found a paper that told Jesus was teaching parables. So what does this have to do with the Tuesday after Palm Sunday? Well, this is what Jesus was doing at that point. He was teaching parables, which are stories that teach a point. So he was doing that, and one of them was about loving your neighbor as yourself. And so that's one reason that the map took Asher to his neighbor's house. And that is one of the parables that Jesus said was so important, that we're to love God first, and then we're to love others as we love ourselves. And so these things were important. One thing that confused Asher was, why was there a penny in there? Well, this clue is about another parable that Jesus taught, and it was about a widow. That's a woman who doesn't have a husband anymore. And so that meant that she didn't have a lot of money. But when it was time to put your money in the offering plate, she went up and put something that was equal to about a penny. And she put it in there, and Jesus said, "Look at the woman who gave more than all of these." And everybody was confused because they knew some rich people had gone through the line. But see, they gave out of an abundance. They had a lot of money. So when they gave, it wasn't as much faith. But when she went up and gave, she gave everything she had. And so that was a big deal. And Jesus was saying, look, it doesn't matter how much you give. It's with your heart when you give. Are you giving because you trust God? Or you're just giving because everybody else does, or that you want something? But he was saying she gave out of her love for God, and she gave everything she had. So these were the things that Jesus was doing on the Tuesday after the Palm Sunday, teaching parables and telling others how to live a great life.
Hey guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's adventure as much as I did. Hopefully you can come back tomorrow for another surprising adventure. You never know what's next.